Have you ever had an agreement with your partner or maybe even someone else, and you thought it was all locked in, and then as time went on, they didn't follow through. They didn't do what was agreed upon. Well, today I'm going to give you the top three reasons why that happens and give you ways to address those. So the three ways are: first, unforeseen circumstances. The second is the other person being a people pleaser. And then the third is not 100% buy-in from the other person, which is related. Uh, so number the unforeseen circumstances. So here's the thing. Sometimes when an agreement is made by the other person, is that new information may be discovered as the agreement goes forward. And that is perfectly understandable. That happens. In other words, when you make the agreement, not all the information was present. So what's the antidote for that? Well, while you can't prevent that because the circumstances were unforeseen, what you can do is when you make the agreement, schedule a follow-up. So it might be, okay, I would like to meet next Friday at 2:30, and we can go over how it happened and how it worked for you and see what's possible. And then during the follow-up, when new information comes forward, then usually a new agreement is what's called for. And the second one is sometimes the other person is a people pleaser, meaning that they're going to agree to something regardless of it. Now, here's the thing, that if you just sort of accept the agreement without going a little bit deeper, then it's likely to fall apart. So one way that I recommend on that, if you know that the other person does have those tendencies, and there's nothing terribly wrong about that. I don't blame them, but use what I call a gentle challenge. And you can see some of my other videos or take my course to learn about what a gentle challenge is. But it looks like something like this, that after the agreement, you say, so you're not going to have any problem doing this. So then you're going to be okay doing the XYZ. In other words, what that helps them you get in touch with, well, maybe they haven't totally agreed with it. And that kind of ties in a little bit with the number one problem that causes agreements to go south, and that is when there is not 100% agreement. And that can be the case even if you're not a people pleaser, if you're not dealing with a people pleaser. Why? Because in the moment, what I found is that the person will have every intention of following through, of doing the agreement. But then once they're out of that situation and they have more time to think about it, or even when it comes up, it's time to actually do the thing. It just doesn't happen. Why? Because they were not in 100% agreement about this. And so the antidote to that is, well, one is the gentle challenge that I just mentioned, but the other is a little bit more assertive, and with someone who's not a people pleaser. And this can also work with them as well. So that's to make sure that you communicate that you mean business, and how to do that, in a soft, gentle, and firm way, or things like, so I'm going to be able to count on this happening, or so I can be assured that such and such will be done. In other words, you're not you're not pointing the finger. You're not saying, okay, I don't trust you. You're just saying, I want to be clear that I'm counting on this. And kind of related to all these is it was, well, I'll try. And that's that's sort of the Yoda principle, is Yoda say, do or do not, there is no try. So if somebody says that I'll try, then that's an indication that they're actually saying no, but they don't want to say no. And so now that is a whole different thing, and I will talk about that in another video. So watch out for unforeseen circumstances where a people pleaser or not 100% agreement.